What's up, Austin? Here we go. Episode number 23 of the Cole and Austin Hour.
Hello, Monsieur Strasbourg.
How do we do?
It was good.
Good. So we couldn't really hang this bitch up.
But I was kind of lazy, and I came back home from Chicago, saw it was still sitting there, and then I was like, I forgot to do that.
So the clips that came on the back of this thing are like some dinky ass little janky, like you would hang maybe a little photo from one of these. Yeah. You don't hang a big fucker with a jersey inside of it from two small little clips up there. No,
I'd have to find certain studs.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to get some new clips that we can put on the back of this, find the studs in the wall, and then hang that bitch, because they definitely did not set you up for success here.
No, dude.
They set you up for some failure with the back of those little dinky things.
Yeah, it was
but anyway, how was your trip? You went and saw some baseball, then you watched the first football.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
So Thursday flew in, didn't get, so we were parked, or we were not parked, but we're staying next to the freeway.
Where'd you fly into?
Chicago.
Okay.
So we flew into O'Hare, Chicago, and then we were right off the freeway where our hotel was. Well, I thought to save like $50-$60 one day, like not get the rental car that night. I would just Uber 10, because it was only like a 5-10 minute drive for an Uber.
All right.
So it was like $20 or something.
Something cheap.
So I was like, okay, maybe I can save like $70 after tax, and just Uber.
On one day, less day of having a rental car.
Yeah, and just Uber to the
That's
hotel
smart.
and then Uber to because the Hertz was the same distance. It was like 5-10 minutes away.
Okay.
From where we were staying, so we just had somebody Uber us there. And but we forgot to get food. Like when we landed and like got situated in the hotel and pretty much just settled in, like nothing was open and we didn't have a car.
Was it super late?
Yeah, so it was only gas stations pretty much around us that were open. Well, we see the 7-Eleven off in the distance by the freeway, so we were like, all right, let's probably just follow this sidewalk and then we'll be there. No, dude, we walked like 2.5 miles and we were like, there was just no way to cut through because it was all businesses on the side. And so.
And you're in some area that you've like never been in before.
Oh, yeah. It was.
Ooh, that's sketchy.
Oh, the first thing we saw were two cops pulled over this one dude. It reminded me of Ording, to be honest.
You're like, okay, this kind of feels like
because our buddy's from Ording too, so he thought it was funny. He was like, "Hey, dude, look, it's Ording."
Oh man, they got nothing better to do.
They got 3 cops on one dude. So
right, Jesus.
Yeah, that was so we didn't go to that 7-Eleven because we ended up finding out that was actually right off the freeway, like the ramp.
Oh,
so we wouldn't have been able to walk to there.
No.
Friday, so then we go to like Shell or something down the road. Almost got hit by a car, and because nobody in Chicago knows how to drive.
Dude, nobody nowhere knows how to drive.
No, okay, but here's the thing. In Seattle, they use turn signals at least. In Chicago and Indiana, they do not use turn signals.
Turn signals? I plowed into the side of this bitch because she tried taking a right turn out of a center lane in Seattle, okay?
I'm talking about if you're like freeway or just driving alongside.
I don't know. I
think if you're taking a turn, whatever, that's different. But if you're like freeway mode where you're just driving and then dude, people would just weave. Like you'd be driving and then all of a sudden somebody would just fucking cut in front of you.
Jesus.
Because they like either didn't slow down in their lane or like they were just like, oh, fuck it, there's a gap and they're going faster. So
what else did you do? You got your fucking Shell station shit food. You got what?
Then we get the card Friday.
What'd you do on Friday?
Drove to Southside
Chicago. Isn't that like the most dangerous part of Chicago?
Yes, it is. Dude, there was a fucking graveyard like every 100 yards.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's sketchy.
About a good like 3 miles of
just graveyards. Oh my God.
So then we get into downtown Southside. By the way, we're going to a White Sox game. Best parking for like any sports fucking
really
person like team I've been at.
What made this one so much better than?
So there was just a big like about like a rectangle size of like a desk right here.
Yeah.
So, and it was just right behind the park.
Yeah.
So, and there was like 300 spots. So it was like the shape of a rectangle.
So
okay. Yeah, shape
I'm
of
thinking
like this.
there's a desk in the middle.
No, dude, not this. What the fuck?
Well, you said
No.
like there's like
yeah,
this,
I said
like
that
this
wrong. My bad. But it's like the rectangle shaped parking lot.
Okay, so it's just this
and
massive
it's all
fucking
yeah, and
parking
it's
lot.
all fenced off.
Oh, nice.
And you just pay $25, and
Oh,
then
nice.
everybody starts pulling up, lining up next to each other.
So it's not like Seattle where you got to go down.
You got to
some
pay
back-ass
$100.
alley.
Not only that, or you have to pay $150 for that fucking one parking lot across the street. The parking garage.
I don't ever park. I wouldn't know because we always like park a mile and a half away and just walk.
Well, okay, I do that 99% of the time. I've only done the parking garage once, but there's that parking garage on the first baseline.
I
don't know. You come off the freeway, there's a parking garage across the street. It's like $150, but
well, fuck it. So you get your parking.
So we get our parking. Game was good. Didn't give a fuck about either
Chicago
team.
and
Red Sox.
Well,
we
Mariners.
kind of cared about the Red Sox losing because it was helping us in the wild card, so we were rooting for the White Sox.
That's fair.
And
fucking phones. Jesus.
And so game was good. Saturday we went to Wrigley Field, went to a Cubs game. That was the most horrendous parking.
Really?
Yeah, we had to park at someone's house. So you know how Chicago is, where all the houses are right next to each other, and they're tall as fuck.
I've never been to Chicago.
All right.
Is it like Full House? You remember Full House?
Where all the houses are together.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's
I know what you're talking about.
So we didn't care about this game because it was the Giants versus the Cubs. So
you went to 2 baseball games.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we're trying to knock out all the
Chicago
ballparks.
White Sox, Chicago Cubs. Duh. I don't watch a lot of baseball. I mean, I do. I watch the Mariners, but I don't like. It's not like football where I can name pretty much every single fucking team. Like I don't know every single baseball team.
It's hard. I don't think I do either.
Just say like I could.
I feel like I know. I feel like I know them, but off the top of my I would have to look at them and be like,
Well, here's the deal. I also know there's 32 football teams. I don't know how many baseball teams there are.
Oh yeah, true.
See, so I could sit down and write down the football teams and be like, okay, I'm missing 1 or 2, but
yeah, you start writing baseball teams. You're like,
wait, there's one in Canada. Shit, Toronto.
Yeah, that's true.
But
and then, so Saturday was cool. Wrigley Field was pretty dope. That was like, I think it was 9/11. We went to.
I believe it was.
Yeah, we went to. That was quite the scene. Wrigley Field, 9/11. Like,
so which stadium was cooler?
Okay, you got to go with Wrigley just because of that's fucking history, dude.
Yeah,
it's
that's
like
fair.
It's like that and old New York Yankee Stadium, Fenway Park, all those iconic baseball. You gotta say it's.
So
it's
just
that
for the
one.
pure fact of it, the fact that it's Wrigley Stadium, you got to pick that one
because it depends. Yeah, like just. And I like the way that Wrigley was set up. It looked like the White Sox tried copying Wrigley in a way.
Really?
Yeah, I got 2 pictures. We can put them up.
Yeah, I would slap them up here. Put them right over Calvin Johnson's face. That's where I'll put it.
All right, that's fine.
In the video.
That's fine.
Well, I mean, like I'm looking at it now, and there's nowhere else to put it.
There's no way. But yeah, so that was cool. And then we drove to Indy at 6 a.m. Sunday.
Ooh, how long of a drive was that?
About 3 hours.
That's not too bad.
Nah, it was kind of like if we were going to Oregon or something. Here.
Yeah, that's tolerable.
So, drove to Indy, watch the Hawks, get a dub.
That's cool. How fucking cool is that?
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, I got to tell you, I missed the third quarter.
You missed the third quarter?
I missed the third quarter. So I left. So I didn't get food in the morning because I was driving. So I got an energy drink for the road. And then, so I didn't eat. I had 2 beers. Mind you, I had 2, was it Michelob Ultras? Michelob Ultras.
What the fuck?
I don't drink those fucking beers, so I don't know.
You know, what's funny?
And I've only probably ever seen one commercial of
being a bartender, when people come in and say, can I get
A Michelob.
A Michelob. I'm always just like, have you never drank beer? But like, I don't even like beer. That beer's gross. But have you never drank beer before? It's Michelob. Get out of here.
All right, that's my bad.
Sorry, no, I just it confuses me.
So I had 2
Michelobs.
Okay, yeah, 2 Michelob Ultras, whatever, and I was not feeling good. I was feeling a little queasy, so I was like, all right,
a little rumble in the tumble.
Yeah,
there.
So I should probably go get a hot dog or something. The whole fucking time, dude, I was in line. From 2-minute warning before halftime till the start of the fourth quarter, I didn't get back to the seat till like 13 minutes.
Jesus.
Minute and a half in.
Was the line that long, or were they that slow?
Well, it's first week of football, so everybody's going to be understaffed.
Yeah.
Okay. We're in a pandemic too, pussies. So a lot of people don't want to work for some god reason because they just want the government to give them everything.
That's been cut out now. Yeah. So
has it? Good.
As of like a week
Fucking
ago or something.
Cunts. And so they were understaffed, slow as fuck. Nobody knew what the fuck they were doing.
Yeah.
And at one point, I had gotten up to the front, like I was probably 4 people away after waiting in this goddamn line. Mind you, being the same dude who let everybody cut through in front of me and run into me and step on my feet. And
like while they're walking by.
Yeah, and I probably got like 2 nut like fucking whacks
Jesus.
in my sack. I was upset.
Yeah.
Okay, I was upset. Get up there. Sorry, this cash register is not working anymore, so we're going to need the line of you 55 people to integrate with the other line next to you that also has 55 people that's been waiting the same amount of time.
So how far back did you get pushed?
I fucking dipped out.
So you didn't even get food?
No, I went to another line that had 10 people in it, okay? 45 less motherfuckers, and it took just about as fucking long. There was a dude behind me who had waited the whole time in that first line, went over with me he just chose a different line. He got his fucking food before me. I waited another 20 minutes after he had gotten his food to go up in mine.
You got to be more aggressive, man. You're too passive. I'd be like, get out of the way, get out of the fuck. I need to just fuck cut.
Because if I'm aggressive, dude, I'm getting kicked out of the stadium.
Then get kicked out of the fucking stadium because you're going to get your goddamn hot dog in 20 minutes sooner.
So and then, guys, we don't have pizza. For like the 80th time, this lady has said we do not have pizza at this one place. Fucking 4 people in front of me. Can I get pizza? Do you got cheese pizza? No, sir, we do not have pizza. Do you have pepperoni pizza? Sir, again, it don't matter what fucking kind of pizza it is. We do not have pizza.
So you get your food. You get back to your seat.
Then I missed a Colts fan almost fight another Colts fan.
What?
Yeah. So you know how I say the F word a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. This kid made me look like a saint.
Really?
We got there about 70 minutes before the game started.
Yeah.
And from that time to the end of the third quarter, that kid did not stop saying like, what the fuck, guys? Like, come on, Colts, you gotta fucking want it. Like,
was he just dropping bomb after bomb? Why the fuck you running the fucking ball, you fucking idiot?
Yeah, dude, it was every 3 seconds. Ooh. There was a dad there that was sitting behind me who's a pretty big boy, and he was like, hey, dude, you're gonna have to like chill out. My son's here, like, we've been losing the whole game, dog, and you have not shut the fuck up the whole time.
Cool the engines there, bud.
And pretty much kid told her to turn around and said, fuck you. And that's when the dad stood up. And I was told the kid just kind of cowered. Like, my buddy was telling me this. He was like, yeah, the kid just kind of cowered as soon as the dad stood. Ooh, the lava lamp's going. About fucking time. I put that bitch on 7 hours ago.
Jesus.
And so then the kid was pretty much quiet the whole game until the end of the fourth.
So the dad must have been a big guy.
He's a big boy. He's like biker big boy. Yeah.
Okay.
And, so it was a good game. We won, and then just drove back.
Nice.
And kind of fucked off the last day, just waiting for our plane.
Well, that sounds like fun.
So we already got our next trip planned, and
where are you going now?
March, we're going to Philadelphia to watch the Golden Knights play the Flyers.
Okay.
Because Cody's a diehard Flyers fan.
All right, and you're a diehard Golden Knights fan. That'll be cool.
So
that'll be really fun.
Yeah.
So do you got photos from both the baseball stadiums?
Yep, and I'm that schmuck that took a video of Michael Dixon punting instead of everybody else doing workouts.
Jesus.
I like, hey, man, kickers and punters.
Well, fuck it. If I can figure out how to put up a video while we're editing this.
No, it's so bad.
Is it?
It's just me sitting there like, come on, bitch, kick it. Oh, what a kick. Nice. Okay, sweet.
Okay, maybe
yeah,
we'll
no,
put that up.
it's just for me.
Okay, that's fair.
Just for me, for the experience. But yeah, it was fun, man. What'd you fucking do while I was gone?
Well, it sounds like you had a blast. It sounds like you had a lot of fun. This last weekend, let me think. Thursday I was off, didn't do anything. Friday I worked. Friday night we celebrated one of my coworkers' birthdays, which I never really go out much anymore. And it was her birthday, and two of her friends went out with her, and one of our managers, and they were like, "Yeah, Cole, if you want to come, like, we're gonna go to this bar, blah blah blah, right after
be
work."
A fifth wheel,
pretty much. And I was like,
"Were you?"
It's like, all right, whatever, cool.
Were you?
So I ended up going
you
there.
You were, die.
And there was four of them there, and I showed up, and they were like, "Oh, what's up? We didn't think you were gonna come." And I was like, "You guys straight up like asked me if I wanted to come out. Why wouldn't I? I have no life, you know that." And they were like, "Oh, perfect. Waitress, we need one more shot," because they had ordered a round of tequila shots with a pineapple back. And I was like, "Gosh,
with a what?
Pineapple chaser." They call it a pineapple back or like a Pepsi back chaser, whatever. So I was like, all right. And I don't really care for pineapple juice. It kind of just tastes funny to me, but it was whatever. They brought me one. And I'm like, well, here we go. I love tequila. So I went ahead and shot it and was just like, oh, God, that was not what I wanted to start my night off with. I wasn't going to drink, but whatever. And she's like, what can I get you to drink? And I was like,
dude, you know how many messages I get? I wasn't going to drink, bro, but now it's 3 a.m. and I'm drunk texting you.
I know. And so I'm like, all right, give me my double Jaeger on the rocks and give me a water. I'm going to need it. And so I get all that, and we're having a good time. And then our other manager shows up, and yeah, we all just kind of have fun, have some drinks. I go home. Kind of feel like shit.
Did you fucking wreck anybody in pool at least or something, dude? Like it just kind of sounds like you rubbed your balls all night in the corner by yourself, and then you fucking
went out and so get this, we went out and we were dancing a little bit, and me and my coworkers, and she tried getting this group of guys to come out and dance with her, and they were like, and they kind of like pointed at me, and I didn't know that this happened, but my manager was watching it all happen from like the table, and the guys apparently were like, said no thanks to her and just kind of pointed at me while I was dancing, and she was like, okay, and she just like walked away, and we went and sat down, and my manager was like, Cole, those guys didn't want to dance with her, they wanted to dance with you. And I was like, what? And he was
the guys wanted to
they turned her down and were pointing at me instead.
Let's go, dude.
I didn't know this happened.
Hey, first piece of action for you in a while.
No, Jesus Christ, get the fuck out of here. And so I'm like laughing my ass off. I didn't know this happened. So the next day at work, okay, so we'll get around to that. The next day I wake up and I'm feeling like total shit. I'm feeling like ass. I ended up having 2 shots of tequila and two double Jaegers.
That's it?
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 2 shots of tequila and 2 double Jaegers. So I had 6 shots. Well, I'm a lightweight now. I know how we used to.
Dude, I would have been schmammered.
Dude, I know how we used to go in college. Like,
I would have been so fucked up from
every day just pounding Jaeger like it was nothing. But nowadays, man, so 2 weekends ago, I went to that Steve Miller concert, and I went out with my buddy, and I had 4 double Jaegers.
Dude,
and
you messaged me.
Sloshed.
You were like, puke? Did you puke?
Oh, I was puking all day the next day. I called out of work the whole 9 yards.
Oh, man.
So the next week was this last weekend when this all happened. Saturday, I wake up again, puking my guts out, everything. I even like puked the night before, ate some crackers and shit, tried to prepare myself, drank a lot of water, thought I was going to feel good in the morning. No way, dude. Still puked my guts out all fucking day.
Have you done the Pedialyte?
I have, but I never think of buying it because I don't ever drink. So
Bro, I know it looks pretty dumb. All right, you know.
I know what you're gonna say.
Okay, it looks pretty dumb, but
no, dude, it works.
It
I've had it
fucking
before.
works. Yeah,
it like coats the inside of your stomach with just warmth.
In
and
college,
happiness.
I used to go every time I knew I was gonna go out drinking for like. Bro, sometimes we'd go drinking for like 12 hours.
Jesus,
Yeah.
I remember that.
It'd be like 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. And then we had class at 9 a.m. Yeah.
Guts.
Yeah.
Just
I would always go get the Pedialyte and people would be looking at me like I had kids. I'm like, nah, man, it's for me.
dude. No. So
It's for this bad boy.
So anyway, but I knew because my managers were there, I was like, I don't call out. That was the first time I'd called out in like a year. But I also knew I was like, my managers saw me all night. It's not like I can just be like, oh, I'm sick. I'm not coming into work. They know why I'm sick. I'm just fucking drinking all night. And so I went into work and I was just like, and they're like, how you feeling, Cole? And I'm like, not good. And one of my managers was like, yeah. and I asked someone else, was like, how's so-and-so been all day? And they were like, yeah, he's not feeling good. But he was just playing it off very cool. So that's good. But anyway, I was just not feeling up to par until about 4 hours into my shift. And then I was like, okay, I feel good. Mind you, I hadn't eaten in 2 days. So I only eat once a day. Friday night after work, usually I get something to take home with me. Well, I was like, fuck it, I'll just eat at the bar. Never ate at the bar. Drank all night. Saturday, puked all day. So I hadn't eaten all day Friday, all day Saturday, until like the rush at work was over. And they were like, hey, there's some extra food in the window. You want it? And I was like, yes, I'm dying. I think I'm going to pass out. Like my brain was just shutting down. It was like, ticket prints, make this drink. And I was like, that drink. Let's see, I think this liquor and I think it's this one. Oh, fuck, that's wrong. Dump it out. Like, dude, I was stupid.
Struggling.
Dude, Saturday night, I was just like, I was dumb. Let's just put it that way.
Damn.
And I ate some food, felt a little bit better, went home, ate some more food, passed out. Sunday, didn't do jack shit all day, and it felt amazing. Monday, didn't do a whole lot. Or no, I went shooting on Monday, I think.
Oh, yeah, I saw your picture.
That's right. I went shooting on Monday with my buddy.
That was the one I messaged you on the plane. I was actually on the plane when I messaged you.
You were just like, you didn't hit the target there,
I
bud.
said you missed the middle, bud.
Motherfucker, there was a bullet hole on the middle orange dot, okay? I can show it to you.
Post the picture.
I'll
Post that picture.
I'll throw it up on
and
this
our
bitch.
20 viewers can have a look and be like, dude, this motherfucker shot to the left every time.
Hey,
if you'd have just a pubic hair to the right, dog, you'd have and maybe a hair down.
Let me just put it
You'd have
this way.
fucking been right there every time.
All those bullet holes that you're going to see on this picture that I post, that was me shooting one of my guns, not necessarily as fast as I could, but I was just trying to mag dump one of them. So I was just like, fuck it, loaded it up, clip, pop, 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 pop. That wasn't me like trying to fucking sit there and aim. All right. That was just me having fun on that one. So the fact that I still got in a group.
So, okay.
Within like,
do you have
7
one
inches.
of one where you actually didn't?
Not really. No.
Okay.
I was.
You failed us.
I failed.
You
Jay.
failed us.
No. I did have that one, but my buddy threw that one away because we both shot at it. So he was like, I don't fucking want this, and I was like, I'm gonna be that basic white bitch and take an Instagram photo for you and post it on my Snapchats, and that's what I did.
Nice.
And so yeah, I'll put that up here so you guys can make fun of me for that because I'm pretty shitty at shooting and I just need more practice, basically.
That's okay. I always get people commenting on my golf swing.
Oh,
like, yeah, bitch. I know I don't fucking know how to...
I ain't no Tiger
I don't know
Woods.
how to swing a fucking golf club. Okay, I baseball hack the fuck out of it and leave divots in the ground. Like,
You fucking Happy Gilmore that shit.
oh, dude.
Walk up.
I broke one of my clubs.
Jesus.
Yeah,
you
dude.
told me that.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
smacked it and the head
fucking
went
smacked
flying
it
off.
so hard and the head went flying off. Yeah, no, that's...
Christ almighty.
Hey, we should hit up those batting cages.
Which ones?
The ones in Puyallup with the go-karts and shit.
Yeah.
Dude.
Are they open?
Yeah.
It's Washington. They're probably open. Sorry, it's outside King
Pierce
County.
County.
It's
Pierce
outside
County.
King County, Washington.
Yeah. Dude, best story from there. This is way off topic, but my cousin, we all went there, and my dad was like, hey, I'll give you like $20 or $25 if you go to the slowest one, which is the 20 miles per hour one.
I've never batted there before.
It's like 20 or 25 miles per hour is the slowest one. And he's like, if you go on the slowest one and you just take one to the sack.
Oh my God.
Literally.
No.
Dude, my cousin did it. We were young. Okay. So I don't know what the fuck was going through his mind, but he sat there at 20, 25 miles per hour, and you just see that thing cranking up, right? Like, and it fucking, dude, it just does the little flick, right, at the end with the metal thing, and it just plops. And it was like the dirtiest curveball I've seen from a machine, because it went right for his belly button and then dipped and hit his nuts. Fucking dude, one of those yelps, and my uncle's like, "What the fuck are you doing, dude? Like, why would you let that hit your nutsack?"
Oh my God!
And my dad is over there crying, laughing in the corner because his nephew just took one of the nuts for $20.
Did he pay him?
Yeah. Oh, dude,
God.
we pay up. All right,
we
pay up in the McKenzie family. All right, if you're gonna take a nut shot, you better pay up.
Okay. I have a story that I need to admit to then that I never paid up on. And this one's haunted me for the last, not really haunted me.
So pay it up then.
Well, this happened 13 years ago. I was in 8th grade.
You still know the person?
No. I mean, he was in my grade. He was in my class, so I might see him at the 10-year reunion next year that I'm not planning because I'm supposed.
Are you going?
I'm supposed to be the guy that plans that shit.
Oh yeah,
I was the senior class president.
You're the fucking Dougal president.
I was the dickhead president that was like, I just want to do this as a joke, and then I did it and was like,
So would you not pay up?
So it was 8th grade. I'm not going to say this kid's name. Remember him?
Yep.
So
you're gonna have to mute yourself because I think you still picked yourself up.
Well, if I'll listen back to it and I'll fucking
all right, but
silence that out.
I know that kid.
So we were sitting at lunch one day, and I can't remember what the context was or how we even got onto this topic, but we were like shit talking. I always talked shit to that kid because I was just a dickhead and he was easy to pick on. And so basically I told him, like,
what a bully.
I would give you $20 to lick the lunchroom floor.
Oh, we did that to a kid too. I didn't. I was not a part of it. I tried helping him. He said, fuck you. He wanted the $1, but anyway, says.
I told him I'd give him a 20. I didn't have, I was fucking 8th
grade. That's
fucked
up, dude.
8th grade, you're 13, 14 years old. I didn't have $20 on me. And I was
You're a piece of shit.
I was like, I'll give you 20 if you lick the lunchroom floor, or like the floor right here. Because we were just sitting at lunch,
and he loved it.
And he was like, no. And like, we went back and forth for a bit. I was like, yeah, no, I'll do it. Like, come on, man. And he was like, finally, he's just like, okay. And so I remember he like, straight up, he fucking gets on the ground and like, on his hands and knees. On his fucking hands and knees, licks the floor. And I'm just like... And then
he's like, where's the $20?
It was right at the end of lunch too, and he was like, so where's the $20? Like, come on, man. And I was like, I don't have $20. I'm not giving you any money. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, I was just fucking with you. And like right about then the lunch bell rang, and so I was just like, yeah, fuck off, see you later, and just like got up and left. And I'm not even kidding you, man.
You're a dick, dude.
Like, I was such an asshole when I was younger, and like that's the kind of shitty shit that I would do to kids. And that
wow, dude.
That one I have thought about honestly for a long time. Like,
dude, I'm surprised that kid didn't fucking hang himself.
No, I mean, I picked on him a lot.
If you know who you are and you listen to this,
I'm sorry.
This man will not only is he sorry, you'll pay him $20.
Oh fuck yeah! I'll pay you $20. I'm not paying interest, but I'll give you $20. All right.
I'm not doing the 9%.
Yeah, no shit. But I'm sorry. I feel bad. But anyway, I remember doing that and like not really thinking any of it at the time. And then years and years later, I remember the same kid. He asked me something. He was like, "Why are you always mean to me in public, but you're not really mean to me when it's just you and I?"
Oh, that's even worse, dude. You two-facer. And
I was just kind of like, "Oh, that's not true." And he was like, "Yeah, it is." And I was like, "No, I'm always kind of a dickhead to you, but I don't really dislike you." And he was just like, "No, you're always mean to me when people are around." And then he kind of just like walked away, and I thought about that too. And I think that's one of those things in my life that happened where it was like, oh, this is a learning moment for me. Like, oh shit.
Dude, you're still such a cockbag.
I'm still a cockbag, but I am not anywhere near
that is true. That is
what
true.
I used to be.
But that's because you were so fucking horrible back then that like
I was such a dickhead. Like I never got in any fights or anything, but I was just like so mean and so rude to people. And I remember one time a girl in my class that I thought was fucking around with my brother while my brother was dating his girlfriend at the time. And I was just like, hey, everybody. Like my teacher went out of the classroom and was just like, when the bell rings, school's over, you guys can leave. I don't care. And so we were just like waiting by the door and I was like, hey, everyone. And they were like, yeah. And I was like, so-and-so fucked my brother. Bell rings, we all fucking leave. And she was just like, God damn it, Cole, fuck you. Like, I was just a dickhead. I would just say mean things.
You were a dickhead.
Oh, I wasn't very nice.
I'm starting to have those learning moments, I think. Because there will definitely be some things where I'm like walking through the grocery store or something, and I just have this thought in my head, and then I'll like 30 seconds later, I'm like, God damn, Austin, like,
why do you think
why did that come up in your head, dude? Like, you're such a dickhead. Like, there's this person walking by me at the grocery store, and they were like walking down the middle, and I had this fucking huge case of beer, and it was kind of heavy, dog. All right, a little fucking heavy. I just got back from the gym, like. My arm's already weak as fuck.
That's 30 racks kind of heavy,
I'm
bro.
Sitting there fucking,
oh my
like,
God. I've seen that one before.
My arm's shaking, and this motherfucker just wouldn't move. And in my head, I was just like, you know what, dude? If you fell in a fucking ditch and died, nobody would visit you. And then
I wouldn't piss on you if you were burning.
I wouldn't fucking save you if you're the last motherfucker to save. And I'm just sitting 30 seconds later, I turn the corner, I'm like, God damn.
That's brutal.
It's fucked up, dude. Now I'm just like my mom tells me no fighting, because like me, I can hold my own, so like I'm not afraid of, like, if that dad would have said, if I was that kid at the Colts game, and I had the balls to say like fuck you and stand up, I would stand up to him. I would follow through with it. If I get my ass beat, I get my ass beat.
That's fair.
That's a whole nother story.
That's fair.
So, like, when I have these thoughts in my head, I'm just like, oh, motherfuckers aren't going to say anything to me.
Yeah.
But there's this one guy at work who will not say or look at me, like, say a word to me, look at me. He won't even walk near me.
Why is that?
Because I called him out, like, 3 weeks ago and just told him he's, like, a waste of space and shit, and that if you're a waste of fucking space. I pretty much told him if his wife left him, like, she'd be the happiest person on the planet, because they're having problems right now. So I was just, God. So I go straight for the kill shot, dog. And so, dude, okay, if you worked with this guy, he's a fucking dick. He's just a fucking dick to everybody, dude. He like treats these guys like idiots and shit.
That's brutal, Austin.
I know. So, dude, he just treats people like complete shit and thinks like the world owes him something. So like I called him out, and ever since then he won't say a word to me. And now this is kind of like a learning moment for me. This is like, okay, Austin, you could either be a dickhead and just tell people off every time, and then nobody likes you because nobody wants to be around a guy who calls people out, or you could have this one hash out with this dude and then kind of not be a dick in the future. Like, for people that way.
I'm just hung up on him and his wife are having problems, so I told him if he left him, it would be good for her. Like, Oh shit, that's spicy, man.
Dude, just fucking, it's all right. Well, I'm a dick.
That's good. I like that one.
So, and like, cause last night, I went in. I'm working 8-hour shifts right now, and some of the guys are working 10s.
So you're like, deuces, bitch, after 8 hours.
No. So I come in later.
Oh.
I still get off the same time as them. I just come in later.
So they get to talk shit when you come in and be like, it's about time you get here.
Yeah. So they like, and they always have like trucks to load.
Yeah.
And so when I come in, I ask like, hey, do you guys want me to take a truck off of you right now? Because usually there's not something that I can load when I come in.
Yeah.
And this guy pulls up, gives one to the other dude. I'm in the middle where all three of us are talking. Me and these other two dudes are talking. I'm in the middle. Pulls up, starts walking up towards me, and then literally does one of those quick turns to the other dude. And he's like, okay, dude, you could do this one. He starts talking to him about the load. And then, like, I'm just thinking he's going to give me the next one.
Yeah.
Bro, he looked away and, like, went around 2 feet and then over to the next dude and was like, gave him 2 papers. And then when I left, he was like, hey, if one of you guys want to give an order to Austin, you can. And I came back and fucking one of the dudes was like, bro, why didn't he just fucking hand you a paper when he came up to you? And I was like, probably because I'm a dick, dude.
This guy doesn't like talking to me.
He does not like me at all.
Jesus, Austin.
He will not talk to me unless he has to.
Probably not after that fucking wife leaving you, you son of a bitch. You worthless piece of shit. I know what you probably, knowing you, Austin, you were probably like, probably good for that hot fucking babe goes out and finds her a big old bowl because your worthless dumb bitch ass ain't fucking worth it. It'd be good for her to get fucked by a real man. Jesus Christ, Austin, you probably didn't just say like, yeah, it'd be for probably a benefit if she left you. Like, nah, dude, you probably took him, threw his ego on the ground and just was like, fuck you, fuck it, and just like spit on him while he was down, knowing you.
I don't like the guy.
I don't like the guy. Just not a very nice man, you know?
Hey,
not a good guy.
I'm becoming a better person as the fucking sun rotates. All right, bitch.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
that's fair.
Depending on how you want to look at it, fuck it. Like, I'm trying to be a better person, all right? Because again, love my mom, but my mom always made enemies because she was the same way. She'd always be like, you know what? You don't fucking like what I do? Like,
then fuck you.
Eat a bag of dicks, you know?
Eat a bag of dicks.
And so, like, I've always had that attitude growing up, and now it's like, okay, sometimes you can have the attitude and sometimes you can't have the attitude. And for that instance, I had the attitude because he's a dick, all right? He's a dick.
What? Okay, let me ask you then. What did he even do or say to constitute you saying...
Being an asshole?
Yeah.
He's always telling dudes when they can and can't go to lunch because he thinks he's the lead guy on the floor.
Is he?
No.
Oh, well then, okay.
He's the guy that's been there like a couple months longer than us. So you would assume that he knows more than us, but everybody always asks me questions, and they wait for me to come into work before they start. Dude, I came into work last night. It was a fucking shit show. Shit was stacked up on the ground. Orders weren't even together. Like, people weren't putting shit in trucks, or they were just grabbing it off the line, putting it on the ground.
Do when I'm gone.
And it was because that dickhead was in charge, and he's telling everybody what to do. And I told them, I was like, dude, stop listening to this guy, please. Like, he literally fails you guys. He got one guy fired.
Really?
Yeah. Dude got fired last week, like right before I left yeah. And it's because the guy that I'm talking about went and told the bosses all these lies about like, oh, dude, fucking guy's not working hard, or he's not getting up to speed with everybody. Like, yeah, the guy was slow. All right. A little more kick in his step would have been better.
Give him a little coffee.
Yeah. Well, just something to fucking make him work fast.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. He might be a cream guy.
Well, no, I was just saying, like, black coffee, you look at that shit and you're like,
oh, yeah. You're like,
nobody likes black coffee straight.
Yeah.
I just need to wake up.
Yeah, I got that guy fired, and it just kind of pissed me off from then. I have no problem if you don't like somebody at work, right? You can agree to disagree with people. You can work with them and still not like them. You just have to be fucking good people. the moment you start fucking with a man's livelihood and his job where he puts food on the table for people because you're a piece of shit and you just want to fucking ruin everybody else's life because the company's been looking at him. He's been fucking up. And so he probably wants to get all the attention off of him onto somebody else. And he did. And that dude got fired. So
just start doing it to him. Go to the boss and be like,
no, dude, because I'm not that kind of guy. Like I said, if once
don't
you
go
start
to the boss. If the boss comes to you and asks you about him, then just be like,
the boss they ask me all the time.
This guy sucks.
But it's a union, so you can't just fire somebody because they suck.
You could fire anyone for anything in Washington.
Not in a union.
I mean, you can. The union will just fight it.
Exactly, and the union wins pretty much 99% of the time.
Well, I don't know what to tell you then.
I'm not saying, hey, like I said, I don't. I'm just saying once you start fucking with the dude's livelihood and putting food on the dinner table for his family, that's when that really pisses me off. Like, I don't even have a family.
I don't even got a family.
Well, I got a family. Like, I don't have a family that I like. I don't have kids. I don't have a wife. That kind
of shit. You don't have to provide for anyone.
Pretty much bills and vacation is what
that's what Austin does.
I spend my shit on. Yeah. And so I shouldn't have that feeling of being pissed off if somebody gets fired because I still have my job, right? But it's like the fact of people fucking with others, and so that pretty much back to my point of that's what warranted me to be a fucking dickhead to that guy. And he's just always he's always telling dudes who are 45 years old who literally have kids and families who are grown ass men, like he's like treating them like they're retards pretty much.
How old is he?
It's like 28, 27.
Oh, okay. Well,
maybe he's low 30s. I don't know.
This is what I would do. If your boss ever comes to you and asks you about him specifically or like stuff about that, I'd just be like, hey, man, this is what I think. This guy sucks.
Oh, they already know.
I think he's a piece of shit.
I cuss that guy out like every other night. They already know how I feel.
Well.
But hey, honestly, that would be the one blessing of working in a warehouse is you could pretty much tell people to fuck off.
Oh, dude.
And you still have to work. Everybody knows they still have to work. So it's like, all right, that dude kind of told me to fuck off. So
don't get me wrong. I can enjoy where I work right now some days. And it's fun because I work with like a lot of fun people. Right now, I mostly work with ladies. Mostly work with girls in the front of the house, like in the front part of the restaurant, not in the kitchen. And I don't really care. It doesn't bother me. I don't mind that. They're all really nice. When I worked in the warehouse, polar opposite. It was like 99% dudes.
It was like our one Newswatch class where we had all dudes, and everybody was trying to fight everybody every other night.
At one point, it was all dudes and one lesbian girl, and she was like the coolest person there. Me and her always worked together. We had a lot of fun. But anyway, for the most part, I get it though. When I worked in the warehouse, it was a lot of just like, fuck you, do your job. And then like 2 minutes later, I would be over there helping them do their job and be like, hey man, how's your day going? Like, It just is what it is sometimes. And it's kind of funny because like, I don't know. Some days I definitely want to be able to say that.
You feel like, and not fucking be nice to them right at like an hour later.
Yeah, there's times where I've been at the restaurant bartending and like one of the girls says something or like, is working really slow or like I purposefully see her walk by as one of the girls just walk by and like the thing is if you have nothing to do and someone else is busy and say they have drinks that need to go to their table, if you have nothing to do, you just do it. Like everybody helps everybody at the restaurant and everything gets done.
Yeah.
It's just super smooth. And when I see people just walk by and not do it, there's been times in the past where I'm just like, yeah, you're just going to fucking walk by and like not do your job. I just call people out like that. And I don't think of it because the last few jobs I've had has been mostly dudes. Truck stops, same way. It's been mostly dudes. We've had some girls.
It's hard to communicate when you go into like the restaurant because everybody's not used to being like, what the fuck you doing, dude? About time you do something, you fuck back. Like.
So a lot of, and I've had to like literally train myself to not say just shitty things. I don't want to say it like I have to train myself not to say shitty things, but it's a lot easier to talk to a guy and be like, hey, fuckhead, and then 5 minutes later be cool with them, then talk to a girl and be like, hey, fuckhead. And then all night she's going to be like,
this guy fucking called me a fuckhead. Like, oh, dude.
You're going to see her and 2 other girls talking in the corner, and like one of them's going to be looking at me, and the other one's going to be like, oh my God, and then look at me as well. And I'm like, fuck my life, whatever. Right. And so I've like taught myself what I can and can't say it to, who I can and can't say it to, which, I mean, you have to do that sometimes in any setting. But it's so funny that you mentioned that, because there were many, many, many times in the warehouse when I would just like, my manager's gone for the day. I've been the guy that's there for fucking 4.5 years. So someone just comes and asks, they've been there for 2 months, and they're like, Cole, what do I got to do? I don't know what's going on. You've been here this entire time. You're kind of running the shift while so-and-so's not here. So what am I doing? Be like, get your shit together. You've been here long enough. What do you mean? What are you doing? You put all your stuff on your pallet, wrap it, and put it in the truck. Like,
dude,
get your shit
that
together.
was me to a T last night. I got so frustrated. I had to like go outside and take my break, and I was already an hour past when I usually take my break, because we were so fucked from Dick Stain trying to fucking tell everybody what to do because he doesn't know how to be a fucking leader. And
hey, Dick Stain.
Yeah, you fucking stain a dick. So I told them, I was like, dude, I'm going to fucking strangle one of you guys. Like, you're real. I told one of the dudes, and I love the 2 dudes I work with. I love them. They're cool guys. We talk all the time. We bullshit, you know, like, but I just got so frustrated because they were slow, and it was like, shit was just, like coming off. And I was like,
come on, guys, go.
Dude, I went over the radio. I was like, because one of the guys went out to go put a pallet on the truck. Takes 3 minutes.
Yeah.
3 minutes. Boom. Out. Make sure it's nice and flush. Get the fuck out. Grab the next one. Right. He was gone for like 15 minutes. I went over. I was like, bro, did you die outside? Like, what the fuck are you doing? And then literally
smoke break.
Then I literally see him like come around the corner. I was like, fucking A, dude. Like 20 minutes for that one fucking pallet.
Speaking of, okay, one more little story about work, and then I'm done talking about work. But you just saying you had to go take your break doesn't make me laugh, because warehouse work, you definitely want to take a break every like 2 hours.
This one guy doesn't. He just takes his lunch. It's fucking nuts. I don't know how he does it.
Well, working in the restaurant, I'll work 7 hours, 7.5 hours, and not sit down one time. Like, I just don't take a break in the restaurant.
But you're constantly going. Sometimes our warehouse is slow and shit's not coming down, so we're just sitting on the forklift the whole time.
Well, there's sometimes in the restaurant where there's just no customers in there, no guests or whatever. So it's like, fair. I'll be standing there doing nothing. So I guess that is my break, but I'm still technically working. There's no like go outside and sit down for 10 minutes or anything.
And rip your fucking dab and vape pen at the same time.
No, I don't do that. But no,
dude, did I do it right?
So last night I'm at work, and one of the girls has been there. It's one of the expo girls. She's kind of newer. She's been there for a couple months, and last night she'd been there for like 3 hours or something. She's like, can I go take a break now? Like, can I break out? And the girl was like, yeah, go ahead. And I was just like, walked by one of the like cocktailers she never takes a break either. And I was just like, break? When do I get to take a break? What the fuck? And she just started laughing. She's like, I know, Cole, me too. Like, when's my break? I'm like, what is this? What the fuck is this?
You're just about to take yours.
I was just like, no, it was a different girl I was talking to, because it was expo girl needed to take a break, asking the like person that the head expo person, and then it was me and the cocktailer, and I said to the cocktailer, I was like, when the fuck's my break? I will work for goddamn 8 hours straight and not sit down one time. My knees are about to buckle, for God's sakes. She's like, yeah, no, I get that. When the fuck's my break too? I'm like, I don't know, man. We just don't get one, apparently. I just think it's funny. I've worked long enough to where it's like, I've done shifts where it's 16 hours straight, not sitting down once. And it's like, oh my God, I need to drink some water and take a piss, for God's sakes. And it's like, nope, go back to work.
All right, dude. Well, I got one last like topic.
What do you got?
So I read an article about like people being attracted to others while in a relationship.
Okay.
and they were saying how it's like super bad on society. Because obviously we live with like social media, and you could literally be with someone and then be fucking DMing like 9 other people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like, I just want to get your thoughts, because I was thinking, I was like, I feel like people could be attracted to others. Like, I mean, how could you not be attracted to other people when you're in a relationship? It's not necessarily that you do stuff with that person, but like if I was in a relationship and I saw like a chick that was good looking, I'd be like, oh yeah, she's pretty hot.
So here's what I think.
I wouldn't be like fucking whistling, because then my wife would stab me in the neck. But like,
yeah. So here's the way I look at it, and I don't really know. I can just give you a couple examples of what I see, and I know how it makes me feel. I don't know necessarily.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking
words.
How you feel about it.
So like, here's my few examples. When you say that, I think of like when I was a kid, and we'd be watching like Sunday Night Football, and who was it? Kelly Clarkson or Carrie Underwood?
I think it was Kelly Clarkson before Carrie Underwood.
Yes, she would be singing "Waiting All Day for Sunday Night," and my dad would be sitting in the chair and just be like, "Oh man, Kelly Clarkson's so hot," and like, I would always think of like, yeah, she's a really pretty, like as a little kid, just like, yeah, she's really pretty, but I never thought like, oh my God, my dad's saying that about
my dad's
Kelly Clarkson.
Thinking about plowing Kelly Clarkson.
Like,
right
I guess I just like, my mom could be sitting right there and he'd be like, man, she's such a good looking woman. And like, my mom wouldn't even bat an eyelash or think twice about it, because like she knew they were married, and like it was just like,
not only that they're married, but like Kelly Clarkson.
Come on, honestly.
Come on.
And so like, there's that example. There's my brother and his wife, like they'll say they go out to dinner, or like we've had a birthday dinner before and like I've been out with them or something, and some like smoking girl will walk by with just like the hugest butt or something.
Smoke show.
Yeah, and they'll see me and I'll just be like, and then I'll look at my brother and his wife and they'll both just be like, God damn, she's got a huge ass or something like that, or like, God, she's a really pretty woman, and like they'll both say it. Or like she will say it, my brother's wife will say it, or my brother will just be like, and just like kind of look at me, like not look. He'll notice the girl walk by, but he'll just kind of like look away and kind of look at me, and then his wife will just be like, God, you fucking piece of shit. And he's just like, what? And she's like, she did have kind of a big ass though. So like, then there's that.
Okay,
so there's that example, and then I don't know. I guess I don't really have example number 3, but there's. Okay, I guess I do. There's a couple that comes into my work that are regulars. They come in every Tuesday now, and literally just to see me and hang out and talk. And she's always talking. They're like kind of that. She's a tomboy kind of the couple, and he's into tomboys, I guess, but whatever. And so she'll always joke about like, nah, he can do whatever he wants. I'm his sugar mama. Like, if he don't want to be with me anymore, I don't really care. He can look. He just can't touch. Like, there's that aspect of it. Like, I like to put on this front of like, I don't give a shit, but I know deep down, like, I don't want him doing that.
That was most of my relationships.
Yeah.
Like my exes, they would always be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I know he's coming home with me or whatever. But then you sit there and you're like, I feel like you do give a fuck, because like, here's the thing. A lot of guys will like if they're in a relationship, they'll like an Instagram post of of a hot chick. Like, and it could be a chick that you went to school with, like fucking 10 years ago or something. And she just posted like, oh, just got done with the workout. And whether it's a skimpy photo or not, if you liked it, I feel like there's a lot of people that freak out over that.
Yeah,
they're like, like, why are you liking posts? Because back then in the old days, it was like, why are you looking at her butt?
Yeah.
Now it's like, why are you liking their pictures?
That's true.
Why are you like sharing their stuff? Why are you, commenting on every single thing that they have?
Yeah.
I've seen.
Why are you so interested?
Yeah,
basically?
yeah. It's like, why are you so interested? It's like, sometimes it could be the shit that they're posting, but I think most of the time, if it's a dude doing it, it's because he thinks that chick's attractive.
Yeah. Well, then, like, I guess this couple at my work that I'm talking about, they asked me the other night, they're like, who's your work wife? And I'm like, what? And they're like, who's your work wife? And I'm just like, I know what you mean. I don't have a work wife. Like, that's just.
What's a work wife?
It's like,
It'd all be dudes at my place. So.
Yeah, so it wouldn't work. It wouldn't really work for you. Kind of just like if you work in an office or a group setting of lots of guys and girls, maybe like your favorite person to talk. I guess my work wife at the warehouse would have been that girl that was the lesbian, because me and her would talk every single day. Like, I
just
would
somebody you get along with.
Yeah, get along with. You're good friends with at work. Okay. Like, you enjoy working with them. And so they were like, "Oh, the cocktailer girl from the other night that I was telling you about."
Cocktailer.
I say that because like there's servers, and then there's cocktailers. They just work in the bar. They're a server in the bar basically, but she only works in the bar ever. So I just whatever. I don't want to use any names. That's the other thing, is I don't want to drop any names here either. But anyway, they were like, "Oh, she's your work wife," and I'm like, "What?" And they're like, "Well, we see how you work together. You guys just work so well together." And I'm like, I just work with her like literally every night I work, she works as well. It's just like that's how our days coincide. Like we don't talk outside of work. Like we just work really well together because we've both worked in a restaurant for a long time now. Like we get how it works. And they're like, "No, that's your work wife." And I'm just like, I don't know. I don't think it works that way. You don't just get to tell me who my work wife is. And they're like, so that's another one of those things where like the relationship setting, because she's like, "Well, I've got a work husband and he doesn't really give a shit about that, you know?" So that's another one of those examples for you where it's like, how do you feel about one of those relationships and talking to other people? I guess through those three examples, if I was ever with someone that would like get uppity about me liking someone's post, which I still don't ever do on Instagram or anything, or say we're out at dinner and fucking like model walks by, and if like I see her look at her and I'm just like, okay, if I can't say anything or mention something without her getting pissy because I know she's going to mention something, then we should not be together basically, you know?
Okay.
So that's the vibe, the feeling that I get with the whole relationship kind of shit.
That's fair.
But then again, I haven't had a girlfriend for 8 years now.
I think your fingers were a little off, but yeah.
I'm still just trying.
You're going to have to add your toes.
I think you're right. It's been a fucking hot minute.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like you could.
On that note, ladies.
Is that it? I feel like you could. What do you got planned for this weekend?
Finding myself some honeys. Oh, shit.
All right. Well, from,
work. That's all I fucking do with my life.
That's it?
Let's see. They asked me, well, I usually have Sundays off, but they asked me to work this Sunday, so I'll be working this evening on Sunday. So if you want to do a podcast, then we'll have to do it in the morning.
We'll see. I have a soccer game.
Oh, shit. You back on that fucking shit.
Yeah.
Nice. Maybe Monday then. But anyways, no, just I work. Today I have off. Then I work Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
You going to go to the fair?
I went to the Steve Miller concert, walked through
the
fair.
Yeah, you're right.
So I get it. It's the Washington State Fair in Puyallup, but we live in Puyallup basically. I mean, around it. And I've been to the fair every year I missed the last like 5 years, but that's because I went for the 15 years before it, you know? Like, I don't need to go to the fair.
I'll probably go.
I drive by and I see that rickety ass wooden roller
Oh
coaster
that's
still standing, and I'm just,
you
hear it, it's like, and you're like, how the fuck
how's nobody died yet from that shit? Yeah, some of those rides are pretty brutal. I don't know. I probably won't go on as many rides, but I'll probably have to win some prizes.
The extreme scream. Like, you see that and you're like, that's actually not that tall. You know, I've been to
buildings taller, yeah.
Well, like, I've been to Disneyland. I went on when they had the Tower of Terror there, and that would go up and down and shit. And, like, I think it was taller than the Extreme Scream. So, I mean, I don't know.
That's fair. All right, well, from Cole and I, Calvin.
And Calvin. Cole I and Austin I and Calvin here.
Yeah. The two Coles over there. Fucking retard. All right.
Hey, man.
God damn. Hey. We won't talk about it, but this motherfucker didn't think Scotland was a country either. We just had a 45-minute argument before this episode even fucking started. This guy...
I'm not going to mention it, but let's go to Bahrain.
Fucking... Your pitch.
You're a